What else is popping?
Have you ever heard the term vanilla shaming?
Vanilla shaming.
Vanilla shaming. Could you even begin to guess what that is?
Yeah, I think I know what it is.
What is it?
Dissing people who like vanilla ice cream.
No, absolutely not.
Dissing people who like the rapper Vanilla Ice.
No.
If Ice Ice Baby is your jam, then you have a problem.
I wish that was the case, but it's not.
And you will be shamed. That's not it?
That's not it.
So what is vanilla shaming?
Well, vanilla shaming involves ridiculing people who enjoy conventional sex. That does not include any kinks or fetishes. And it's actually a trend on TikTok, and that is how I came across it. So now people are on TikTok shaming people for just liking Missionary only. It's wild.
Well, sexual preferences are personal matters. Mm-hmm. So I don't see myself having the right to judge anyone for what they like or what they don't like. I mean, isn't it just up to you what you want to do?
Yes, it should be that way. But this is actually a popular trend, and it has more than 5.4 million likes.
Wow. And, contrary to popular belief, not all guys are so kinky that they want to just be total freaks. Some guys like the nice intimacy of normal Missionary, which is a very intimate position.
Yes, it is.
Because it's the ultimate bonding position between you and the person involved. Aside from, so for example, I've always found I've always found rear entry to be, and I don't mean rear as in the
rear mirror.
Rear, but in the usual address, as Museveni would say.
Yes.
Hitting from the back. I have found that to be a fairly crude. It is quite a crude position.
It is.
And essentially, you are making the lady kneel in a very undignified way.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's staring at the wall in front of her and not at you. It just, I don't know. It just, how do you, well, I should ask you. I've never been in that position.
You've never.
How do you feel about getting bent over?
Can I be honest? When I get into that position, I'm bored and I just want you to leave me alone. Be done and go home.
Serious?
Yeah, that's it. But you see, the thing about Missionary, like you said, it's a very intimate position. It's my favorite position. And I think a lot of people, especially guys, avoid that position because they don't want to give themselves like that to the woman they're with. So they prefer the rear end. You get?
Right.
Because this is just a one-time thing. I want to just, relieve myself and be done with it.
Right.
So I think people who go with all these kinks and fetishes are just are not really looking for that intimacy, that bonding type of thing. Okay. That is why you just want to, flip the person up and down like chapati and be done with it, you get, as opposed to actually bonding and enjoying and taking in that person, taking your time. And I think that's why guys avoid Missionary. I think if it does not like you, I think that is one way to find out.
And let me tell you why. It's because it's very dangerous. Because if you're lying on top of a woman and she's staring right into your eyes in those moments, she can steal your soul.
True.
Literally. She will just snatch the soul from right out of you through your eyes. It's very this is why a lot of ladies insist you look straight into her eyes, because she's trying to get you to fall in love. And you can very easily do that.
And just give away your land title, your car, give her money, you promise her your kidney.
I'll pay your rent, I'll love you forever. That is when men say the most foolish thing.
Exactly.
Men don't make promises during doggy.
They don't.
It's like when you're on top of her face to face is when she's looking at you like, okay, so do you really, really love me?
And now you're just melting.
Tell me, do you love me? And you're like, yes, baby. I'll you, my one and only. Will you marry me? And all those silly mistakes which you regret later.
Problems. And another thing that I came to find out, it was under this trend as well, and somebody was talking about kinks. Do you know there are people who like to bite people?
Hey, wait, what?
Like biting, like, And guess what? If you like to be bitten, you have to be very careful, because the human bite is actually the deadliest bite. It's way more deadly than a snake's bite, because if they're going to bite you and it's going to draw skin, that means the bacteria from the mouth, because a human being's mouth carries a lot of bacteria.
So I hear.
That bacteria can get into your bloodstream and it's done. Like, you are over.
Even worse than a snake bite?
Yeah, that's what they say.
Come on now. That's far-fetched.
Okay, it doesn't work as it doesn't, it's not going to kill you faster than a snake bite, like a poisonous snake bite, but it is going to have the same effect, although it's going to be gradual. So now you're going to have a bacterial infection in your blood from somebody's dirty teeth.
Ooh. So maybe
you don't want to die that way now, do you?
You gotta, I guess, rinse your mouth and brush your teeth before biting someone.
Just don't bite people.
But also, like it's a slippery slope, because once you travel down that road to the kink, eventually you have to try something even more extreme, because even that thing that you now are into starts to get old.
Yeah.
So maybe you've been used to tying each other up and whipping each other, some BDSM stuff, right? Eventually you're gonna want to do something, go beyond that.
Yeah.
And where do you stop?
I know. It's weird. And then feet, you're kissing and licking, sucking people's toes. It's just disgusting.
Yeah, the toes thing.
Stop being disgusting. You guys stop being just be normal. I think it's a red flag if somebody is going to want to push the envelope with you, sexually. For me, it's
which is why, isn't it
man.
one of those things you need to get out of the way in the early stages of dating? Like like on your second date, you need to discuss your sexual preferences.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
such
you
you're
might
compatible.
find out
yeah.
when it's too late that now you've decided to be his girlfriend, and he invites you over to his house. He says, please, over this way to this room. And then you enter the room and it's like a dungeon. And it's like, what was that film?
50 Shades of Grey?
Yeah. The guy had a whole section of the house.
Do you know, I find that movie to just be very tacky and corny. It did nothing for me.
I think it works better as a book than as a film.
Yeah. But even the and I know this is probably going to be a very unpopular opinion. I think the writing was very whack. I think I have read better Mills and Boons novels. Did you ever read Mills and Boons?
Of course.
Yeah. I feel like the writing in Mills and Boons is way better than 50 Shades of Grey. But that's just me personally.
All right. So, so to those who are into vanilla sex, you're being encouraged to try different flavors.
No.
By this shaming brigade that are out there. Come on, man. Just do what makes you happy.
Yes.